Okay, this tutorial shows you how to use for loop. If the number of repetition is known, then you may use the for loop instead of do while or while loop. Again, most important thing is if repetition is known, then you use for loop. So basically saying if you add number 1 to 10, you know the initial value is 1, the last value is 10, you repeat 10 times. That's what we mean by repetition is known. Okay, let me start with the flowchart. Again, decision, which is count less than 100. If it's true, we will print welcome to Java, then count plus plus. Let me make a bit more space. If it's true, we continue repeat. If it's false, we go to output, print, let's say count, and then we stop our program. So we'll say start, or you can say begin. Here we put it as initial value, count equal to 0. Same thing, I will put count less than 100. Print welcome to Java, then count plus plus. So here, if the condition is true, what we want is print welcome to Java and then increase by 1. That's loop body. If it's not false, outside the loop body, we print count. Then we can end or stop our program. Okay, let me write it down, the syntax. So the first one is initial action. Then loop continuation conditions, which is count less than 100. And then there's something you call action after each iterations, which you already use it, what we call it as a count plus plus. So we may need to make a minor change to our flowchart, especially the particular process. So here's the loop body, which is actually one statement in this case, print welcome to Java. So we have a single statement, even though it used to be two statements that were separated. So count equal to 0. Loop conditional continuation conditions is there. Initial action will be use it before count. Most likely count equal to 1. Sometimes it's equal to 0. And the action after each iteration is, in this case, is count plus plus. So let me change slightly. Statement is here, print welcome to Java. And the count plus plus refers to action after each iterations. Each iteration refers to print welcome to Java. So let me make a minor change. So we have a single statement that refers to loop body, and then count refers to as action after each iteration, even though there's single statements. Okay, let me add missing open parentheses. Okay, let's just create new Java application project. Again, this example will be same as while or do while loop. Okay, we have initial value count equal to 0. That's the variable will control loop conditions. And then the first one is, let me just write the while loop, and then we'll change to for loop. Print count. Okay, it's straightforward. Build and compile. Sorry, build and run. So we print welcome to Java. Now you should consider the beginning is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they increase by 1. So you can get some idea. If we use a for loop here, Let me write it down syntax for the for loop, just in case. Initial actions, in this case, we are referring to int count equal to 0. Then loop continuation conditions, we are referring to count less than 5. And then action after each iterations, that refers to counts plus plus. What we really want to do is loop body. In this case, we have a single statement, even though it looks like a two statement, which is printing welcome to Java. Okay, following the syntax here, don't worry about it. I think I can go to line number 28. Okay, we are going to follow initial actions that refers to int count equal to 0. Int count equal to 0. I already declare count, so I can just say count equal to 0. Then we are going for the loop condition continuation conditions. So same thing. Count less than 5. Next one is something you call action after each iterations. So each iteration refers to 29. So after we print welcome to Java, what we like to do, while we increase by 1, so we can increase count, so that we can move to next iterations. So here we say count plus plus. So control variable to move to next iterations. That's what we call it as action after each iteration. So if we change to 3 to 5, let's say if it's a 3 to less than 5, we print welcome to Java, increase by 1, so it become number 4, still less than 5, so we print, increase by 1, so count become 5, that is now less than 5, that's false, so we go to line number 32, then we print count. So count is still 5, but message will appear only twice. That's why you have to be careful when you're referring to initial actions. It may start from 0, or it can be start with a 3 or 4. Sometimes we initialize count with this for loop because that's the only one we use it. As long as we don't have to use line number 34. Okay, I will undo it. Okay, just let me create a new Java class with a main method. Again, we can use initial PS VM and press tab key. That's what we call as a keyboard shortcut. Let me introduce one more keyboard shortcut. Go to second page, what we call it as S out. S out, then press tab key. It will show you a system out print error. So this example, we will sum number 1 to 10. Based on integer value. So we know that initial value is number 1, last value is 10. We also know that action after each iteration is based on number 1, 2, 3, increased by 1. So int I equal to start from 1 until 10. So we include equal I plus plus, and then int sum equal to 0, plus equal, so we can add up. That's why it has to be plus equal. So I should remove int because it's already declared on line number 17. Sum is plus sum. This is a most popular particular example. Sum is 55. We can increase from add up numbers from 1 to 10 and then increase by 1, which is I plus plus. But at the beginning, if you're not sure about these calculations, this is what we normally do. Try to find out for yourself. So put the system out. So it says that I is 1, so clearly repeat 10 times, 1 to 10. So 1 plus 2, and then 3 and 4, and so on. It will give you 55. So if you add a bit more details, it will be clear. So I will say sum is plus sum. So when for loop repeat each time, let me say plus, you can clearly see there what's going on with that statement. So when I is 1, sum is 1 because start with 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. Add up 2, it becomes 3. You add 3 plus adding 3, 6. 6 plus 4 and 10. So if I jump to 45, I equal to 10 and then 55. This is how you manually verify. What about when I equal to 11? That will be false. So you end up with line number 25. I think that's all. You can comment out the initial value. Usually, I will be used with this in for loop. So you can actually declare with this in the for loop. That's kind of convention. That's all. Thank you.